Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Enjoy English School. I'm Bruce.
大家好，我是 Bernice.
In our biography category this month, looking at a person's life, maybe they're famous, maybe not, but we're going to find out about a person. This person is Diana Trujillo, from Colombia to Mars.
所以我们今天来看的是我们的人物传记。那刚才老师有提到了，通常在这个单元里面呢，我们会学到一些人物的故事，不管这个人呢他是很有名的，还是他是一个无名小卒，我们都可以来学习一下人家怎么样变得成功，或者变得怎么样变成非常的著名的。今天我们要讲的是这一个人叫做戴安娜·特鲁希略，这一位要追星的这一位女士。
Okay.We will introduce her in a couple of long paragraphs after this break.
没错。
Diana Trujillo, from Colombia to Mars. When Diana Trujillo was just 17 years old, she left her hometown of Cali in Colombia and immigrated to the United States. All she had with her when she arrived was $300 and a dream. Diana had always loved to stare at the stars in the night sky, and her dream was to work for NASA. Diana's path was not easy, and she faced many obstacles. She didn't know any English before arriving in the U.S., so she had to take classes. She worked as a house cleaner to pay for her schooling. After working 3 more jobs, she had enough money to attend space science courses at a university. She began studying aerospace engineering at the University of Florida. While studying in Florida, she successfully applied to the NASA Academy, becoming the first Latina woman to do so. On the advice of a NASA robotics expert, she then transferred to the University of Maryland. In 2007, all her hard work paid off, and she graduated with a degree in aerospace engineering. She was immediately offered a job by NASA, proving that dreams can come true if you work hard and never give up. In 2020, Diana became one of the 4 flight directors on the Mars Perseverance rover project.
Okay, this is an article. Let's take a look at the first paragraph first. When Diana Trujillo, in Spanish, was just 17 years old, she left her hometown of Cali in Colombia and immigrated to the United States. So we're going to look at Miss Trujillo. At 17, just as a teenager, she made a very important life decision. She wanted to go to the United States and see what her fortune would be there. She immigrated. That means she left her country and entered into the United States. Colombia is a country in northern South America. That sounds funny. Northern South America. Right next to Panama, which is a small Central American country, and next to Venezuela, which is to its east.
刚才老师在做地理上面的分析啊，告诉你说哥伦比亚位在什么地方。好，首先这位女主角呢，刚才老师有讲她是一个西班牙的发音，所以她会有一点跟同学看到的这个英文的拼音会有点不太的一样。她说呢，她才17岁，在一个青少年的一个年纪呢，她就做了人生一个很大的决定，就是她决定离开我的家乡。然后呢，他的家乡的地点呢是在哥伦比亚的卡里这个地区。那么他决定离开这个地方，然后呢，他要移民到美国去。那这边刚才有讲的 immigrate 这个字，就是说你离开你自己的国家，然后你到了别人的国家里面去住，所以这个动词是用 immigrate 这个字。
All she had with her when she arrived was $300 and a dream. So she certainly was not a rich girl. $300 even back then is not much money to start a whole new life. when she arrived in the U.S., just a little bit of money, but she had a dream. She had a purpose. She had a reason for doing this.
所以这个女生呢，其实就是要去追求她的梦想，所以很勇敢，但是也很大胆。因为呢，当她到达美国的时候，她全身上下所有的东西，她拥有的只有那300元的美金，在当时可能也不是太多的钱啦，所以她就拿了300块的美金，然后怀抱着一个梦想，她就决定我今天要移民到美国去了。
Diana had always loved to stare at the stars in the night sky, and her dream was to work for NASA. Stare at is to look at something for a long time. Maybe you're bored and you just look at the teacher's blackboard, but you don't really think about it. Or you're very interested in something and you can't stop looking at it. Both of them refer to looking at something for a long time. Now, we say NASA, N-A-S-A, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, I think it is. But that's a lot to say, so we just use N-A-S-A. But N-A-S-A can be said as a word. We don't have to say NASA. We can say NASA.
所以老师刚才教你这个太空总署呢，我们不需要分开讲说 NASA 这样很奇怪，所以它可以一起念成 NASA。所以呢，这个女生为什么她这么想要，就带个300块美金就想要去美国住呢？就是因为她实在呢，在以前的时候呢，她最喜欢做的事情就是用眼睛长期的凝视着空中的那些星星们。记得用 in the sky， 不要用 on the sky， 没有这个介系词。我们中文讲天空上，但是英文不是用 on， 是用 in，OK？ 所以他看着夜晚的星空，然后长期的凝视。所以刚刚老师有讲 stare at 可以是你非常有兴趣，所以你看着一个东西看得比较长的时间，也可能是你很无聊，所以你在做白日梦，所以你就盯着一个东西一直这样子看。OK， 好，然后他的梦想呢，就是他今天要去太空总署里面呢工作。
Next paragraph, Diana's path was not easy, and she faced many obstacles. She's just really still a girl, a teenager, very little money, and we find out very quickly she didn't really know any English either. Now, that's a lot of obstacles. Obstacles are things in your way. They are things that prevent you from doing what you want to do easily.
没错，所以这个女生你看，因为她才17岁嘛，所以你想想看，她带着300块美金，英文又不会讲，所以她到了一个美国都在讲英文的地方，对不对？所以当然她的这个路途呢，追梦之路呢，当然不是这么样的容易的，而且呢，她当时也面临了许多的阻碍，所以刚才老师讲了 obstacle 这个字，就是挡在你前面，让你无法前进的东西，所以这个阻碍就挡在那边了。
Here is that sentence that tells us about her language inability. She didn't know any English before arriving in the U.S., so she had to take classes. And we find out soon she worked in the day and took classes at night. Many immigrants choose this path.
没错，所以刚才老师讲了很多呢，要移民到美国的这些 immigrants 就是所谓的移民的人，这些人呢，因为他们不一定他们的 native language 都是 English， 所以他们可能会到美国的时候呢，就要去上个课啊，去学一下怎么样跟人家沟通啊，然后英文怎么读啊，怎么讲啊。所以这个女孩子她当时也是这么做的，因为她当时呢对于英文她根本什么也不懂，她什么也不知道，尤其是在她到美国之前，所以她决定到了美国之后呢，她先去学一些英文。
She worked as a house cleaner to pay for her schooling. So we said that she found a job, and many people who immigrate to the United States, if their language skills are not very good, they do jobs that they have already done at home in their home country. And taking care of, say, her family back in Cali, Colombia, she knew how to cook, she knew how to clean the house, and so on. And then at night, she could go to classes, and now she had some money to pay for them.
没错，因为呢，他想要去上这些课程学英文，所以他必须要去找一些工作，否则他只有$300，可能一堂课都上不了，对不对？那就不用吃饭了，不行。所以呢，他当时呢选择一个工作，他去人家的就是房子里面帮忙打扫，因为这种工作是比较基础的工作，不需要特殊的技巧，你平常就会在家里煮饭啊，打扫一下，所以他就开始做这样的一个工作。那做这个工作的目的呢，就是要 pay for， 就是为了付什么样的钱呢？就是他要去学校念书的这个学费嘛，所以他要支付学费，必须先去找一个工作。
After working 3 more jobs, she had enough money to attend space science courses at a university. Also, by working different jobs, she will learn different vocabulary, so she'll learn more English then and have the money. Then she could apply for a course at a university in the subject that she really had an interest in. And remember staring at the stars? So space science, the science of what we call astronomy, is the one she wanted to pursue, the one she wanted to take.
好，接着呢，这个女孩呢又去兼了3份的工作，你看她非常的努力啦，终于呢她存够了足够的钱，那么她决定呢去一间大学里面呢去这个修习一个课程，那当时我们就叫所谓的太空科学的课程。为什么她挑这个课程呢？因为她说她从以前就喜欢盯着那个天空上的星星这样看啊，那就是跟天文啊有一点关系的，所以她特别想要去修习这样的课程。
She began studying aerospace engineering at the University of Florida. So I just mentioned astronomy, 天文学, A-S-T-R-O-N-O-M-Y. A-S-T-R-O-N-O-M-Y, astronomy. Well, she's going to study aerospace engineering, which is related to astronomy because people or machines leave Earth and go up there, to do their work. And she must be very clever. Engineering is not a very easy subject.
That's true. 所以这个女生刚才不是少说，这个女生一定是非常的聪明。你想想看，她的英文不是那么好，然后她就抱怀了这个梦想，就到了美国来，然后她还能够参加这样的课程，这不是我们一般人能够就是想要去 engineering 就可以进去得了。所以呢，她就开始决定呢，在这个佛罗里达大学，她准备要研读航太工程学，那就是跟老师刚才讲的跟天文相关的一个学科。
Okay, that's it. Until the next paragraph, let's take a short break. Welcome back, and now let's finish up talking about this remarkable young woman. While studying in Florida, at the University of Florida, she successfully applied to the NASA Academy, becoming the first Latino woman to do so. Studying in the University of Florida, she was taking engineering courses, and then she decided to apply to the NASA Academy. Well, we already explained NASA. Academy is usually a school or a program of education that is quite specialized. It's not a general education. It's a special one. And she applied successfully. She made it.
所以你看这个女生非常的棒，她呢就是在这个佛罗里达大学那个时候在研读的时候呢，她也很成功的申请了什么样的学校，所以这个字原型是 APPLY， 她去申请了这个 NASA 的一个这个学院。好，所以这个Academy 刚才老师讲了，通常是指比较专精在某一些学科上面，它不是说啊，就像我们什么英语教学所或者是什么一般的这个，它是比较专精的一个学科。然后呢，他就成为了这个达到这样的一个目标嘛，他终于成功了，可以去这个地方呢，这个 NASA 他想要进去的这个地方工作。那么他也成为第一个达成这个目标的一个拉丁美洲的女性。
On the advice of a NASA robotics expert, she then transferred to the University of Maryland. on the advice of one of her teachers or possibly classmates told her, you know, you are really good. Why don't you think about entering a robotics course and become an expert in robotics? These are machines that can help people do work, help solve problems by being a computer, basically. And she thought that's a good idea, so she transferred. She left the NASA Academy and went into the University of Maryland, which is not far from Washington, D.C., by the way, to continue her education in a specialized special course of robotics instead of more general aeronautical engineering.
所以呢，接下来这个女孩呢，她的贵人出现了。这个贵人是谁呢？就是有一个机器人学的一个专家，就在她的这样的一个建议底下呢，她决定呢，我就要转学了。那她转到一个地方呢，是这个马里兰大学。那刚才老师有讲，马里兰大学它离那个就是 Washington D.C. 就是首都这个地方，华盛顿这个地方很近，好，所以她呢就决定要转学 transfer， 好，转到这个学校去。
In 2007, all her hard work paid off. So that's hard work, working from being a cleaning lady or maid, taking care of people's homes, and then more jobs, learning English all the time, improving herself, taking courses. That's a lot of work. But when we say it paid off, even though it was long and difficult, she was successful. She graduated with a degree in aerospace engineering.
Wow! 所以你看，在2007年，这个女孩呢，到人家家里面帮忙打扫。然后英文也不太懂，然后一路这样子念书念过来，终于在2007年，他所有的这些努力呢，终于 paid off。所以 paid off 的意思就是终于有所回报了，他终于成功了。他成功的怎么样呢？他终于毕业了，而且他毕业的时候呢，他的这个学位呢，就是航太工程的学位。
She was immediately offered a job by NASA. Wow. After she applied for it, they looked over her record at the NASA Academy and probably had interviews with her. And they thought, you're the kind of person we want in our program. Proving that dreams can come true if you work hard and never give up. That's the key right there. If you give up, how can you be successful?
Yeah.
Never give up, no matter how difficult the road is to your dream.
所以这个女孩呢，在这个毕业之后，立刻她也很幸运的，立刻就得到这个 NASA 给她的这一份工作了。然后呢，这样的一件事情也证明了 proving 这边加了 ing， 它是一个分词构句，因为这两个句子里面没有连接词，所以应该是 which proved that OK 证明了这件事情。什么事情呢？就是只要你怀抱着你的梦想，一定可以实现。可是你要做到下面的这件事情，第一个你要 work hard， 你要很努力，而且绝对不可以轻言的放弃。
In 2020, Diana became one of the 4 flight directors on the Mars Perseverance rover project. So she was among the 4 best experts, most knowledgeable people in the field, which allowed the United States to send machines, basically robots, but you can say machines to Mars, and they walked on the surface of Mars, took pictures, took soil samples, and so on. I'm sure you saw something in the news about this over the last few years.
所以没错，在2020年的时候呢 ，Diana 终于成为呢有4位飞行指挥官的其中一位。然后呢，他们是在什么地方工作呢？是在火星的一个探测器的计划里面。好，那它这个探测器的计划呢，叫做毅力号。好，这个毅力号火星探测器的计划，所以你看它多么的厉害，它可以就是把这个比如说机器人送到火星上面，然后做一些这个探测或者拍一些图片，所以它呢就是其中的一位飞行指挥官。
Okay, that's what we have to say about Diana Trujillo. She is a success story no matter what country she comes from or where she went. To go from 0 to 100, 不简单呢。
真的，所以呢，你看这个小小的人物一样，你可以完成实现你的大梦想。
Okay, we'll be back after a moment, after a short break, with our review. Okay, now is our time for review. Our first word is immigrate. And that is to leave your country and enter into another country, not as a tourist, but you plan to live there.
对，所以这个字呢，当动词就是移民，那是指你离开你原本的家乡，然后到另外一个国家去居住，不是去玩哦。
Stare at, in the same paragraph, remember, is to look at something for a long time.
通常呢，就是指像 Bernice 老师看到很帅的帅哥的时候，或者看到 Bruce 老师的时候，你就会忍不住的一直盯着他看，要看很长很长一段时间。
Oh, there you go. And obstacle is next, and we didn't introduce it at the time. It's something in your way. Barrier is another word for this. B-A-R-R-I-E-R. B-A-R-R-I-E-R. Barrier, obstacle.
对，所以这两个字的意思都是名词，表示阻碍或障碍。
Work as means you work doing something, and the something we add as. To work as a tailor, to work as a teacher.
就是你用什么样的身份来工作。
Apply to is when you want to get a job or enter a university, you have paperwork to do,
Yeah.
you apply to a university or a company.
所以你要申请一个工作啦，或者是学校的时候，我们就会用到 apply to。
Transfer to is from one to another. And you can talk about studying, you can talk about working, you can also talk about MRT lines. You transfer from one line to another line.
没错，这个字呢就是转的意思。那如果是学校或工作，就是说从这个工作或学校转学到另外一个地方，那也可以用在我们讲的交通工具上面。你可以转车啦，转飞机啦，好，都可以。
Pay off is next. This is to, in this sense, it means to be worthwhile. Something is difficult, but you do your best. And if you're successful, it will pay off.
就是这个事情是值得的，终于呢得到这样的一个东西了。
And our last item is immediately. Immediately is all at once, all of a sudden, very quickly.
没错，这是一个副词，表示立刻、马上。
That's it for today's lesson. Please join us whenever you can. Until the next time, bye-bye.